you doing?
Responding to emails about your calendar.
Okay, very good. Well, welcome to another episode of The Shit Show.
We were off to such a good start. Our first episode of season 4.
Trying to forgive Renae so that we don't fight this morning. What do we got going on? Where were we?
I said we had a good episode. We started season 4, no fights. And then you get on here and you're like, try not to fight with Renae this morning. Well, we're right back in the saddle, aren't we, Steve?
Well, I'm trying to forgive you, so maybe you go, I'm sorry. Let's talk about that word in marriage.
Do you know
how many times do husbands say sorry versus wives?
Let's find out. About the man flu. That's what I want to talk about. When you get the flu, it's the man flu.
What do you mean the man flu?
If I get sick, Delilah threw up on me a couple of weeks ago. You've never even been thrown up on.
Yes, I have been thrown up
yourself.
On. No, I have been thrown up on. Where were we last week?
Where were we last week? We were here.
Where did I perform? I was off. Was I off?
You didn't. Isn't that weird? We were off.
Yes, we took a week off.
You had a weekend off. I
did, and it was wonderful. Oh, I went to Rockport.
Yeah.
That's what we did. I'm like, holy moly, what did we do this week?
We ate the crabs in the bag with the Cajun sauce, and...
Oh, I love it.
It was chilly, but Garrett threw a fishing pole in.
We fished a little. We hung out. We took the Captain Evil golf cart out. And it's just amazing how Rockport, it just slows down. I
don't think I've ever
We were only there 2 full days.
But it feels like forever.
It felt like a month.
It is the one place I will go out to a bar in sweats. A matching sweatsuit, a cute tie-dye one, but I will go out in sweats.
We didn't go to a bar. We did not go to a bar because it was a weekend. I did not want to go and deal with the bar.
Yeah.
But I got to say, man, Rockport is coming up. It's, there's little shops, and you see it, you can feel it.
Yeah.
There's little shops popping up. There's more energy in the town.
There's a winery now. They built
a little winery.
Art center.
The restaurant that we ate at was phenomenal.
Top notch.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was funny. I honestly believe that in a marriage, there has to be the conservative one and the quiet one. And then there has to be the one that entertains that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's funny to me.
I'm the quiet one.
You like to be entertained by me.
Uh-huh. You've said this before. I like to watch the shit show.
You like to watch the shit show. Uh-huh. I'm the adventurous one. I'm the woohoo, let's party, let's have a good time. And then I have to convince you to come along. And you like that. You like that I convince you
I'm not a part of this bad idea, but yeah, I'll go along.
But I say that because for the most part,
yes,
I would say that the male is the woohoo, come along, let's party, fuck it, let's figure it out, right? For the most part.
Not necessarily. I feel like we know a couple of couples where it's vice versa.
But that's what I'm saying, that for the most part, it's the guy that entertains the girl, and the girl's the more, oh my God, no, relax, chill out, right? And then you do meet the opposite of that, which is what, and I don't want to name any names, but we invited some friends and their kids to join us. And for the first time, it was the opposite.
Yeah.
And it was really funny because me and his wife were up all night drinking, laughing, having a good time.
And I went to bed with Delilah.
And then you went to bed early, and then he went to bed early. And then he would come down and be like, are y'all coming to bed? Is it like... It's late. How late are you going to be up? And she'd be like, oh, shut up. We're laughing, So I just find it very interesting that there is that dynamic usually, right? Yeah. But Gabe and Lori, I was thinking about you guys. I think Gabe and Lori are kind of equal. Like both of you like to be around people that entertain you.
They're evenly matched.
In the, this is chaos. I like being here. I didn't start the chaos. I'm not.
But they both have the sense of humor that likes to watch it.
Yes. Well, is that true with you guys?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm definitely the more outgoing one. He's more outgoing because he's with you.
Yes, because he's your cousin. I don't think he's that way with everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then,
you bring out the nuttiness in people, though. Like it's like when you're around, then people get sillier. And I don't know if it's because they want to
I'm
be funny
fucking
with
fun,
you because
bro.
you're a comedian, but like
Because I give permission to have fun. I give permission to be inappropriate.
people don't really approach you like seriously unless it's work related.
Yeah, I give permission for people to enjoy life. I enjoy life. And I always go back to my dad who would always tell me, life's not about fun. And I'm like, why not?
Our wedding speech.
Why can't it be?
Yeah.
Why can't life be about fun?
Yes.
Why can't I enjoy every moment? Why can't I whistle while I work? Like, I don't understand this.
I like that. Why can't I whistle while I work? That's cute.
Right?
That was cute.
Thank you. But
You're like a little seven dwarf. It was a short joke.
Oh, don't even. I'm not even gonna say it because I'll get you in trouble. But I think Rick and Gigi are a lot like Gabe and Lori. Rick, wouldn't you guys both are kind of conservative, right? And kind of quietish.
I certainly wouldn't say we're conservative.
No, I think
Not conservative in
Rick's
the political
silly one
sense.
out
I'm
of the
saying.
two of them.
No, I know what you mean, but I'm saying compared to you, yeah, we're conservative.
No, in their relationship, Rick's totally the silly one, isn't he?
No. Rick's always very protective of what, he's not too loud. He's not aggressive. He doesn't drink too much. He doesn't, one time.
The one time, which I regret. So.
You shouldn't regret it. It was my favorite Rick. It was.
Rick said the same thing.
Everybody was like, dude, Rick was awesome. But it was, I don't know. It was a great weekend with really cool people and good friends. And we became friends with them because they live in the neighborhood. And then we coached together. Mm-hmm. And the only time that we ever hung out was baseball.
Yeah.
So we decided, okay, well, let's invite them so that we could do something not baseball.
Yeah.
And it was great.
And awesome. Actually, you packed baseball gloves for you and Garrett and balls and didn't pull them out once. They're still in the back of my car, actually.
I'm still a little upset about that because,
Why?
because I practice every day with Garrett and, we take the gloves on the road. We play ball all the time. But
he doesn't go fishing here. And that's what they wanted to do.
Well, so that's why I wasn't too insistent on, hey, we're playing baseball. But I wanted to grab 15 minutes to play a little ball with him, But that's okay. Today we have practice.
There was other fun to be had.
There was other fun to be had, and we had a great time. Went to nice dinners. I got to eat the dinner that I like, which is I like those crab boil places.
You are obsessed with the food in the bag that they just throw on the table.
Oh, I love it.
And you get your hands filthy. And
crawfish.
The bib does not work for you. Like,
I don't need the bib.
You need a full jumpsuit.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm covered in that.
Again, don't worry about it. Why do you worry about it?
Although poor Delilah, we're all like whacking at crabs and I don't know what, but something went flying and got her in the eye. She was like,
you.
I think it was Garrett. Was over
Renae
there.
hit the crab with the hammer. Juice hit my poor daughter in the eye and she freaked the fuck out. And it was Renae. It was nobody else. It was Renae. But Renae always blames everybody.
That's why I like to go to nice dinners where stuff isn't flying.
That was a fun dinner.
It was a fun dinner. The gumbo there's actually quite good.
They have great
and
gumbo.
I'm not even a big gumbo person, but it's really good.
And we took the Captain Evil golf cart, cruising. We stopped. I got to do a shout out to the Duck Blind. The Duck Blind is the little coffee shop, and it looks like a duck blind, and
they do bird tours too.
Yeah, they do like bird tours and stuff. And every morning we love driving down Fulton Road in Rockport, Texas, and going to get our coffee at the Duck Blind. So I get there, and
we have a coffee pot in the house, but it's the morning drive.
And then, the funny part is that hang on,
is that important?
I don't think so. The funny part is that the friend that I was with, and I don't want to name any names because I don't want to make it a thing, but the friend that we were with, he was like, so I order and I kind of walk off, and we're kind of walking off, and then he hears her go, I think that's Steve Trevino. And then Travis was like, it is him. And do you want a picture with him? And He's like, Steve, she knows you. She wants a picture with you. I'm like, okay. So, we ended up taking the picture. But super sweet girl, hardworking girl. And I just want to throw a shout out to the people at the Duck Blind there in Rockport, Texas, because they're always friendly. It's always nice. It's a really cool little spot. Coffee's good. And even though they're not sponsors,
we like them. We go in the morning for coffee. We go back in the afternoon for snow cones.
But, now I'm like, oh, crap. Like, I'm talking about Rockport, and I'm like, shit. Maybe I should keep my mouth shut.
We love it
because
it's the less popular cousin of Port Aransas. Everybody loves Port Aransas, and we like Rockport because it's chill.
No, but
you don't
I'm
have to
telling you,
wait 2 hours to get a table.
Doug's email to Stephanie.
Doug. Which Doug? To which Stephanie?
It's taxes. It's regard to Doug's email, and I have questions.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we'll get back to her. So, very weird. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about Rockport and how great it is.
I hear ya.
Because when I was at the Comedy Store, I was nonstop talking about how great Texas is and how much I love Texas, and Texas is my home and Texas is the best. And then, motherfucker, I left Texas to get away from all these comedians.
You mean you left California?
I left California to come back to my home. I am an original Texan, a real Texan.
You're the only one who knew about Texas, Steve.
Oh my gosh, dude! Then all the damn comics came to Texas. So I'm afraid that if I'm talking about Rockport too much, people are gonna be like, "Ooh, we've been looking for a beach house. Maybe Rockport."
It's already out.
It might be already out because it is coming up.
It's already out.
And again, one of the reasons that I love Rockport is because George Strait has a house out there. He sings about Key Largo. And my goal is to end up running into George and being like, hey, buddy, you have a house here? So do I. Oh, you're in entertainment? I'm also in entertainment. Oh, you're considered a legend? Well, nice to meet you.
Oh, you guys are, I think you're about the same height. He's tiny. I didn't realize he was so tiny.
We have to say tiny.
Huh? A wrong word. Sorry. What do you say? I don't know. There's not a nice way to say it.
Wow.
Petite.
But that's worse. That's fucking worse. I am not petite. You've seen me with my pants off. I am not petite. Anyway, wonderful weekend.
Yeah, it was nice to slow down for a little bit.
Had a great time. Delilah Ray started yesterday.
A new school.
At her new school. And it seems like she's doing really well.
I think so. I mean, listen, I'm like afraid to say it because I don't want to jinx it. But yesterday went off with very little tears, just a minute or two of tears at the, drop off. Today, when I left her, she was a little teary, but hopefully it didn't last too long. I hope it works. If not, it's Catholic school for Miss Delilah next.
No Catholic school for Delilah. I hooked up with a lot of Catholic schoolgirls. We're not doing Catholic school. What was I going to say? And what is the school called? It's a.
I'm not going to say where she goes to school.
No, not where she goes to school. What the kind of school it is.
Oh, it's a Montessori school.
Montessori school. So, I was a little weary.
You thought it was going to be like hippy dippy. It's not like Waldorf where the toys can't have batteries and like it's like extreme. Waldorf is kind of extreme. Montessori is just like really encourages their independence.
And it's great. And we went over there, and the what I like about it most, and not to talk, we're not talking poorly about our other school, but our other school is more of a daycare. This is more of a school, but I love the fact that it's all open.
The building. Well, it's a practically brand new building. I think the daycare opened when that building.
But you walk in there, and the classrooms are huge, wide open. There's
lots
windows everywhere.
It's not like a mini prison.
Yeah, and that's what the daycare felt like, a little mini prison, right?
But you know what schools do now too? Like the way they're building schools now, they almost feel very prison-like.
So I'm really happy and excited to see,
if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah,
because I also make jokes about like kids who go to Montessori school are like so willy-nilly, have no discipline, like just do whatever the heck they want.
And that don't happen here.
So
but
hopefully.
But I was really proud. I mean, we've been so lucky that we have really smart kids. And as a parent, everybody goes, my kid's smart, my kid's smart. So I won't say that she's smart. What I will say is that, when
she knows how to play us.
Well, no, but when they came to us and they were like, oh, well, we'll teach her alphabet. We're like, she already knows that.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll teach her how to spell her name. She already knows how to spell her name. Oh, we'll teach her how to count. Well, she already counts to 20,
Yeah.
So, and the teachers were like, oh, wow. And she just turned 2. And we're like, yeah. Oh, well, we'll potty train her. And we're like, well, we're almost there.
Yeah.
And they were very impressed with, so I'm not going to sit here and say, well, my kid's smart. I'm just telling you, these are the things that my kid is doing at 2 years old that impressed the teacher.
Yeah.
So it made me
all
proud.
the things their mama taught him.
It made me proud. Oh, yeah. All the things you taught him. The thing you taught him was what you said earlier.
Right.
How to play.
Oh.
How to play people. Yeah. When she makes her little lip.
No, she's just very smart. Like, she will throw a full-on fit and,
It's all fake. It's all bullshit.
yeah, and then she'll try and make you laugh afterwards. Like, sorry I did that, but can I make you laugh now?
No, but when it comes to parenting, I think everybody feels this and everybody goes through this. She's a different kid with me versus you.
When it comes to parenting, she is more challenging for me personally than Garrett was.
And then for me, she'll start crying. I'll grab her. I put her in her crib. And then by the time I turn around, she's like, okay, I'm done crying. I'll behave.
It's basically like I know I read somewhere that you're not supposed to use their bed, their crib as their timeout spot, but I'm laughing because it's legit a crib, and it's you're sending it. This is you train her like a puppy dog, and you're sending her to her kennel.
Her kennel, yes. but it's because when my daughter cries, she gets nothing from me.
Yeah.
0. I don't get angry. I don't get upset. I don't get sad. I definitely don't give her what I want. And with you, that female energy, you can't handle. Garrett would cry and you would handle it.
No, but Garrett was so chill. He was not this 0 to 60. And I think it's the fact, we talk about this, how you emote your emotions much more than I do. And it's for me, it's too much emotion,
Well, crying doesn't get to me like it does to you. You get worked up and you'll get worked up and you'll get Delilah, and I don't let it affect me at all, so that she knows when she cries, she's not getting anything out of me. She's not getting anger out of me. So she's learning to communicate with her fits. And then when you're giving her something, she's going, I'm going to keep throwing this fit because I'm getting somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but it's different. I mean, and then Garrett also treats me different than you. And,
Yeah.
And I think that when it comes to parenting, and again, I'm not saying that a single parent can't raise a child. I'm just saying that it's
hard.
I can't even imagine
Yeah.
how hard, right?
You don't get to tap out.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. So you understand when that single mom or that single dad's like, fuck it, right? Because you get to a point where you can't. And by the way, the reason that I'm doing this is I've always had severe allergies, and cedar fever is in the air.
Oh, I saw Melissa, one of my girlfriends, even the oils are not working. She's on her second bottle of oils. The cedar, it's just the cedar fever's intense.
The cedar's just kicking my ass. So if you guys are wondering why I have my old handkerchief out, it's because of cedar fever. But I woke up, and I don't know if we already talked about this, but I woke up Christmas morning in our little guest house.
We did talk about this.
So
yes.
we have
a gutted out guest house. But so I knew what I wanted to do with the guest house, as far as colors and all of that. But as we start poking around, now we have windows in the attic. We found flooring from our house that we have extras of that we can use in the bathroom. And then I don't know if it's going to end up working out timing wise or, whatnot, but our neighbors are redoing their countertops and getting rid of their sink and their faucet. And
the sink we're taking, right? And the faucet.
I mean, it wasn't I already picked tile. And then I found out we have this material available to us.
We're taking the sink and the
doesn't go,
faucet.
It doesn't go with what I had picked. So now, no, but I agree that like it's really nice. So now I just kind of need to retweak and think things, but you're going to be really annoyed about that. But I just need a second. But also, I don't think their stuff is going to be ready for another 2 weeks. Like their stuff is not going to be out for 2 more weeks.
And the big debate that we're having, because, you know, when we say guest house, it is a guest room.
Yes, correct.
Okay, it is a guest room. It's a
You
single.
walk in and you see everything.
It's like a little casita. It's a single little room.
A cabin.
Like a little cabin, but the people before us, they just threw it together. So it was very simply done. The shower, to give you an example, was a prefab fiberglass,
like a shower in the RV, in an RV.
Right, like the fit in. So they didn't really do anything, but
the cabinets look like they came from a workshop almost. And
they just
put
threw
cabinets with a sink.
They made it work.
Yes.
And now, because it flooded out, we're like, okay, here's an opportunity to now make it nice. Because we were going to do it anyway.
Because I get to pick tile and colors and like start from scratch. And of course, I want it to coordinate with what we already have going in this house. But it's like its own little standalone fun thing.
The big debate, and this is the argument that Renae and I are in, is yes, it is part of our very, very nice home. Now, this home here is very, very nice. Everything is custom. The floors are, they spared no expense on this house.
Yes.
So I don't want to spare no expense on the casita.
Because as it is now, we have this beautiful home, and then it looks like we got a janky guest house.
So,
not even like you said, not a guest house. We got this janky cabin next to our beautiful house.
So we have this entryway. You walk in the entryway, and then the house is split. So it's the podcast studio, guest room, office, closet, master bedroom. It's like a horseshoe, our house. And then you walk in the hallway, in between both sides of the house, there is this tile.
It's beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
it's like stones. You actually see it a lot in a bathroom. So it makes sense that we would put it in our bathroom. Like right now, it's really popular on the floor of a shower. It's a bunch of like stones and it comes on a sheet.
So I go up into the attic and I find 5 boxes of it. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, this is a way that we can incorporate what our house looks like into the kitchen. So then...
into the guest house.
Into the guest house. So then Renae goes to the flooring stores and the Home Depot to look for a floor. She comes back and her eyes are this fucking big. And she goes, 1 square foot.
One sheet's like $15.
1 square foot of this tile that we have in here is $15.
Yeah.
And we have 5 boxes of it. I'm like, thank God. Thank God.
But then I was like, now I have to pick tile nice enough that like it looks like it goes with this for the rest of the restroom.
But what blew, there's a fucking lot of it in this house. And that's what blew my mind, where I was like, oh my God, this floor alone.
Yeah.
In the hallway.
I mean, I wonder what it cost, 10 years ago when this house came?
No, they remodeled it. No, they remodeled it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years.
I don't know what
before
was
we moved in, they put all that. But I was like, holy shit. How does a square foot cost $15?
Oh, no. In the flooring store, there are square sheets like that cost like $55. I think the most expensive thing and I was like in a warehouse store, the most expensive thing in the warehouse store was $75 a square sheet.
Holy shit.
For like fancy metal, intricate patterns.
So my point is that I'm trying to convince Renae I don't mind spending some money. Where are we going to spend that money?
Sure.
That's the big question.
Sure.
And I don't want you to go completely fucking nuts. Oh,
I'm not.
Nuts.
I'm not.
We got to keep it.
I hear ya.
By the way, is Gabe here? Is he working today?
Not yet. I don't think so.
Tomorrow morning. And then the shitty part about it all is forever we had planned on starting to build the barn out. So not only did we already pull the trigger before Christmas to do the project out there, which is a patio that wraps around the barn, all of a sudden this happened. And it was like, oh shit, I was not planning on spending. In my head, I am in my head budgeter.
Well, and me, like in my head decorator, I like to be able to focus on one project, start to finish, go to the next one, start to finish. And now I feel like my brain is going to explode because we're talking about two different things.
And Rick, it's not going to get done. I'm not going to have lounge chairs for summer. I'm not going to have furniture because we're going to move that furniture out there, and God
You're
willing,
already
please,
being a negative Nancy
please.
about it.
Baby, history will show. It's not about being negative. It is about, we have a history here.
Yes,
of
okay.
Reneeisms.
Reneeism.
Yes, the way that Renae operates.
Uh-huh.
We still,
Keep
by the
going.
way,
Dig your hole deeper, please.
no, I'm not digging a hole deeper. We have a beautiful paver patio that I built before Easter of last year. Still has no furniture. That was a year ago.
Life happens. We have so much other stuff going on. I don't have time to just like look and source stuff. And then I also don't want to overpay for stuff. And then I don't want to buy stuff that I don't love just for the sake of buying it, because then I have to live with it and you won't let me replace it. Like, we talked to a friend who just finished building their house, and that husband said she bought 3 different faucets before they ended up on one they liked. If I did that, you would lose your shit.
He also said that it very closely led to divorce.
I wouldn't have gotten strike 3. If I managed to convince you to give me strike 2, that would have been it. Like, no other
Renae,
swaps
in
for
the
anything
history
else
of
in
us,
the
our
house.
marriage, you're on strike 150,000. And here the fuck you are. So what did we learn on this episode?
And here I sit.
Forgiveness. In order for your marriage to work, you have to be forgiving.
I don't think you and I could live through, like, you know, they say when a couple builds a home that like almost ends in divorce. I don't think you and I could go like a complete.
I don't think we could. You know what? I'll be honest with you.
I'm
like,
not interested.
all the friends that we have now, our age, that are building their home, I don't know if we'll make it, dude.
I don't want it.
I don't know if we'll make it. I don't know if I think we'll lose 5 contractors. I think you'll make 5 contractors go, fuck this.
No, I
ain't
just want to I like the tweaks. I like doing the little tweaks, not the decision from beginning to end.
It's tough. But the timing worked out. I had ordered my very first brand new vehicle from our friends at Aztec Chevrolet, which, by the way, you know, I called up Jerry and the guys at Aztec Chevrolet. I said, guys, this is what I want.
Yeah.
And they were like, great. We'll get it ordered. We'll make it happen. I mean, the process of ordering this vehicle, brand new, those guys made it so easy. And it was awesome. And it worked out that while I was driving to Rockport, because Beeville and Aztec Chevrolet is on the way to Rockport, I was able to stop, pick up my Yukon XL AT4. And then right now, big shout out to my friend John Frost, who is wrapping it. We're going to wrap it gray. I'll show you guys on my Instagram. I'm so excited about it. We're going to put a leveling kit. We're going to put bigger tires. We're going to black it out. It's going to look awesome. So I'll get it back from him on next Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited. And I just wanted to thank my friends at Aztec Chevrolet. So thank you guys so much. Give those guys a chance. Give those guys an opportunity.
It was so cute seeing you in it, playing with all the buttons, like messing with it. The sunroof is huge, messing with the sunroof. You're like calling me from the car and I'm inside the house just to make sure it's all like hooked up and running.
I'm super excited. And I've never had a off the lot car.
Yeah.
I never have. You have, but I never have. So It was really a special moment. And, you know, I'm really kind of like, crap, man. You know, I love my truck. But we're giving the truck to my niece, and I'm like, do I want to do that? So I'm gonna have to get another truck.
What? What? We haven't had this discussion yet.
I don't know, not right now, but you know,
Lordy.
Well, I'm the one that is now driving the family vehicle.
That's not true. The family fits in my car.
No, Renae, it does not. The back seat is very unpractical. When we go to the airport and every seat in the
we
car
can't
is
fit all the
full.
luggage, but you know what? I can get a snazzy luggage rack for the top, and then
I'm not tying down luggage to go to the airport.
I know.
That's
I
retarded.
know.
But anyway, I'm super excited about it. And our friends at Cherries,
Yes.
please support those guys. And every morning we have our old salt coffee.
We might have to brew
And-
another pot, by the way. I think I need a little more caffeine today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel better. So
Your eyes are so watery. It's like,
well, that's
I know
from
it's
the
your
that's
allergies.
from the cedar fever.
Yeah.
But I am feeling better today. I can't wait. And I have baseball practice with Garrett. And yesterday, like because I was sick last night, and I don't want to get into that. I wanted to hug Garrett so bad, and I couldn't. And I wanted to hug Delilah so bad, and I couldn't. So now that I am feeling better, I want squeezes.
She was asking about you this morning on the way to work. I mean, on the way to school.
But that parenting is like I gotta say that it's probably the most rewarding thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
I love my kids more than I can explain. It's unexplainable.
Someone once told me that it is like, and I keep going back to this. I don't know if I've already said it on the podcast before, but it is like taking your beating heart out of your chest and it lives out here. Just like that. And you like want to protect it and there's nothing you can do about it. Like to me, that's the closest way I can get to explaining it.
But there's also moments of like, what did I do? This is hard.
Yeah.
This is hard. I'm worn out. I'm tired. I'm losing my patience. You know, I've got.
But can I just have a second with nobody asking me for something or a question? Like can
I wake up.
Sit.
I love taking Garrett to school, and I love the morning. So
Yeah.
my routine when I'm home is I wake up at 6:20
Yes.
because I don't wake up Garrett till 6:30. So I have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I have 10 minutes to start the coffee, old salt coffee, to start the coffee. And then I have a moment of opening up the blinds in the house, turning on the lights. And there's this quiet moment where I'm just like, right?
Yeah.
Then I wake up Garrett, and now he's 7. So it's, I don't want to, don't turn on the light yet. And I'm
I
like,
went in this morning
like-
and he was like, I'm awake. I'm awake.
yeah, but that's because of a little hypnosis. That's
Yeah.
why he's doing good.
But you didn't hypnotize him last night.
Yes, I did 2 nights
Steve
ago.
has-
2 nights ago, but I made it for the whole week.
How can you make hypnosis for the whole week? Steve has been hypnotizing Garrett, and he's got like Garrett into it now too. That Garrett is asking for him to do it to him at bedtime.
Yep. So
But explain to me how it works for a whole week.
it works for me for months. I don't have to hypnotize myself but once every 4 months. That's it. I can feel it wear off, and then I got to get back into it.
Interesting.
Yep. Anyway, then I got Garrett, and then his hair's all fucked up, and then it's hey Garrett, what do you want to eat for breakfast? I want oatmeal. No, I want breakfast corn dog, and I'm like, buddy, what do you want?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do oatmeal, and then Garrett, you know, where's my bag and my folder? And I'm like, buddy, get your bag, get dressed, and then he comes out dressed, and it doesn't fucking match, and. He's wearing shorts, but he doesn't know it's 28 degrees outside. I'm like, buddy, get your clothes on. And you're just like, come on. And then all of a sudden, Delilah wakes up. And then you walk in, and she's rubbing her little eyes in her crib.
So cute when she wakes up.
And she's a little out of it. And she sees me and goes, Daddy. And then I'm re-energized, right? I have a moment of,
Yeah.
okay, this parenting shit
It's fun.
is
it's
awesome.
good. Yeah.
And then I get her out of the crib and she gives me a hug and she says, I love you, Daddy. And I'm like, I love you. Good morning. You know, and I put her down and then the shit show
Oh
starts.
my gosh.
And then
she
she's
does the
fucking
stuff.
running and then she's pulling toys out
Yes.
and she's pulling shit out.
Throwing
and
food
then,
on the floor.
And then
Yeah.
I'm like, Garrett, did you brush your teeth? I don't remember. Oh, what do you mean I don't remember if you brush? Go brush your teeth. Then I get him out. Get him to the deal, and then I come back, and then you've got Delilah sitting down now, pretending to eat breakfast.
Mornings are hard. Like, it's hard to get her to focus and eat her breakfast. And then she doesn't want to get dressed. She just wants to play in her pajamas. You literally feel like you are wrangling her. Like, at what point do they just realize, like, this is the routine? Just do it.
And then the moment I have with Garrett is usually in the car when I'm giving him a ride to school. We're singing songs together.
Yeah.
We're listening to songs. So then I have a great moment there of going, like, this is great, And then I have another moment of, oh my God, it's great when you dress her. When she comes out and you've put a little bow in her hair and
I had her half dressed this morning, and then so like part of the Montessori thing, they have certain colors that they have to wear to school. It's not like a strict uniform, but certain colors. So
Hitler Youth also had to wear certain colors.
No, but I got her own little wardrobe that's like her height to hang her clothes on, so she can kind of pick out her own thing. I already had her half dressed this morning, and then she saw a new dress that I had hung up on her little wardrobe, and she grabbed the new dress, and that was what she wanted to wear. It was really stinking cute.
Did it wear you out though?
Huh?
Were you like, oh, really?
No, I can handle wardrobe changes.
Yeah. My whole life, it's like, we're about to leave. I don't like this dress. I'll be right back. Well, now we're going to be late. Awesome. But it's hard. Like, parenting is hard. It's fucking hard. Yeah. But then there's moments of like, man, it's amazing, and
my little buddy.
And there's the old saying, the days are long and the years are short.
Yeah.
I wake up now and I'm like, holy crap, Garrett's about to have a full head of teeth.
Full head of teeth?
Yes, of permanent teeth.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, yeah. Okay.
He's about to have all his permanent teeth.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy crap, man, where's that little booger, man? Where's that little 3-year-old, the little chubby cheeks, and now Garrett's Mr. Cool and Mr. Too Cool for School, and they say things like noob, and they have all these like words that I'm like, they're all trying to talk cool, and he's starting to get crushes on girls at school, and you're just like, oh my gosh, dude, like what happened, And then you hear people go, oh, it gets worse. Teenagers are a pain in the fucking ass, and I'm like, oh, I can imagine. But at least they shower themselves, I would hope.
I don't know. Garrett might still let me wipe his butt if I did it.
I would let you.
Shut your mouth. I shouldn't have said that. I set myself up.
But it's been good, and unfortunately for, since we're doing our update, unfortunately for Daddy Raymond, he was supposed to have chemo. And he went to MD Anderson. He was going to have chemo. He was going to have a PET scan.
Yeah, that's the bummer. Is we were looking for a PET scan just to know, what the last couple of treatments have accomplished, and how things have
that
progressed.
Evening he decided to have a cough drop, and that was
no, not that evening. Like in the middle of the night, he had a cough.
That night,
he had a cough drop, and I guess like literally with his PET scan, you cannot have anything the night before except water for 12 hours, I think it is, before the PET scan. Otherwise, it could
jeopardize
produce a false positive.
So he didn't get to get his PET scan. And then they said, well,
if you needed, why did you need a cough drop? And he was like, because I was coughing.
So then they did a COVID test and a flu test. Came up positive for the flu. So he didn't get to get his chemo.
Which I gotta say is amazing that like through chemo and your immune system being tanked, that he had the flu and was still like going at it the way he was.
I'm just so proud of your father. And he is everything I thought he was. He's so tough and so positive, and he looks good, and he has a great attitude. And when you talk to him, you go, hey, how do you feel? He goes, I feel great. I haven't stopped working. I'm doing my day-to-day. I feel great. Yeah. I don't feel like I have anything anymore. I think that we're going to be pleasantly surprised. I think once we get that PET scan, once we get some blood work here pretty soon, I think we're going to be surprised. Yeah. God is good, and so many people are praying for him. And I'm not kidding you. If you saw him, he does look a little skinny.
Yeah.
And he is losing his hair.
Yeah.
Which bums him out.
Yep.
Because he's very vain. Your dad loves his hair, loves his little curlies, right? Yes. So he is losing his hair, but other than that, I think he looks fantastic. I think he looks energized, and he's nowhere near the way he was feeling.
Yeah.
When he wanted the diagnosis, because he knew something was going on, and he was dragging ass, and he was tired, and he was feeling like he couldn't get out of bed, and now he looks good, he feels good, and the folks at MD Anderson are doing a wonderful job. So there's the update. I will say that I'm worried about your mom.
Yeah.
Because we also need to pray for her brother. Her brother has now been diagnosed with cancer, and it's a lot for your mom.
Yeah.
And I worry about your mom. But I did suggest, because your sister is here in town, she wasn't with us for so long because her husband was stationed in Japan.
Yeah.
But now she's here to help take care of her father. I do suggest that you girls need to go do something.
Yeah, I think we should. I got to figure out what mom would really like, whether it's a concert or a little trip where she might like to go. Yeah.
Just to get her out of the house and
Even if it's just a night, or, 1 night away or 2 nights away.
Yeah, go to Fredericksburg, go to Wimberley. I mean, even if she came here with your dad, because they like to be together, right?
Yeah.
And then you guys leave for a day trip and then come back in the evening. I think your mom would enjoy that.
Yeah.
And your mom's such, she's such a tough woman, and you really never know how your mom's feeling.
It's true. It's true.
You never know if she's sad, if she's annoyed, if she's...
Maybe that's where I get it from. Now that you say that, like, my mom is not an overly emotional person either.
But she is the only one in your family that says thank you to me. That's the only one.
That's not true.
That is true.
That's not
Fact.
true.
But we have a really cool thing tomorrow, and I thought that this guy Sonny,
Sonny,
wanted me on his podcast, but he wants to be on our podcast.
Yeah.
Of all people, and that's what blows my mind is he's coming to Austin, and he asked me to be on my podcast, and I'm like, there's 10 other comedians that are bigger than me with bigger podcasts in Austin. Maybe they all said no to him. Maybe he tried and I'm the only dummy.
No, but he does the best ever food show on YouTube. And I think he's going to come and bring something for us to taste that he made because he cooks and stuff. So it'll be cool.
Well, and he's always trying like crazy shit to eat.
Yeah.
So he supposedly...
You're way more adventurous about that than I am. I don't know what he's cooking. He's going to surprise us. We don't know.
I mean, I know that if he's going to give it to us, he's not going to kill us. I know that.
I don't think it's going to kill us. I'm weird about textures. I don't like the fatty brisket the way you do because I don't like the texture of the fat. Just grosses me out.
I think that's what I want for lunch, barbecue. Let's go to barbecue. Now that I'm feeling a little better. Let's go eat some barbecue.
Okay, we're going to get barbecue.
So we're interested to see what this guy has to offer. I think it'll be a fun interview. And
I hope he doesn't bring barbecue. I hope he knows you're a barbecue snob.
Why do you always call me a barbecue snob?
Because you are.
Yeah, because I live in Texas.
You are.
The greatest barbecue place on earth is Texas.
Yeah.
Nobody can argue that. It's a fact. The Carolinas, they got good barbecue.
Do they?
Yeah.
I didn't know barbecue was a Carolina
Mississippi
thing.
has good barbecue. Kansas has good barbecue.
Yeah. Well, you've heard Kansas City barbecue is a thing. Isn't
But
there
we
a
are
restaurant called
king
that?
of beef.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm in Kansas, right? And I'm like, all right, what's the hype, right? Where's the place?
Oh, you're going soon. Are you going to eat Kansas
I'll be there in
City
2
barbecue?
weeks. Well, no, let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, all right, where is the place that is the Kansas City staple, right? You guys all talk shit. We have the best barbecue. Okay, where's the place? You ready for this?
Yes.
They go, it's a place called Oklahoma Joe's. And I go, do you know where Oklahoma learned to barbecue? From fucking Texas.
Yeah.
So Oklahoma Joe's is your Kansas City spot? Come on. Well, apparently, because of that, this guy has changed the name.
So it's not Oklahoma Joe's anymore.
So, Rick, can you look up what Oklahoma Joe's has become? The name?
Is it Texas Joe's?
It might as well be Texas
Kansas
Joe's.
City Joe's?
Did we lose Rick? We might have lost Rick.
No, he's looking.
Oh.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
I see him on the computer. Okay, but what's the difference? Is Kansas City, is it, they use a different barbecue sauce or something, right?
I think that, we are more vinegar based here in Texas.
Yeah. And Kansas City barbecue has more sugar in it or something. What is it?
Oh, now it's called Joe's Kansas City Barbecue. No more Oklahoma.
2014, they changed it.
See, in 2014, they were like, yeah, we need to.
So is that where you're going? Was it good? You never even said if it was good or not.
It was good, but I mean, there was a line. I'm not people like to line around, they want to stand in line forever.
Yeah.
The Salt Lick and all. I'm not into that because I think that you can find great mom and pops that do just as good without having to wait in line.
I don't know.
So we did wait in line at Oklahoma Joe's. We did do the whole thing. It was good.
Yeah.
And again, remember, Texas, beef.
Yeah.
Okay. Kansas, they were all about the pork. Yeah.
Yeah.
So their pork ribs were phenomenal. And I don't eat pork ribs unless I go to like a Kansas or a North Carolina or South Carolina.
Well, now I'm really curious what Sonny's going to bring us to talk about. Maybe he's bringing us barbecue.
I don't know, but I'm in. Whatever he brings, I hope I don't get the hurt. I get the hurt.
If it's alive.
Alive doesn't bother me if it smells. Smells get me the hurt.
Yeah,
I get the.
I'm not above, even in a restaurant, I am not above like politely spitting out in the napkin and tucking it under the plate.
Yeah, I get the
do that
hurt.
sometimes.
If it smells bad.
Yeah.
But I was watching, because I was doing a little research and watching kind of what he does. It was really interesting to me because, they were talking about shrimp and how they would, in Japan, they would take the shrimp.
Oh, we got to tell him you're allergic to shrimp.
Yeah, we should probably let him know. But he would rip the shrimp off the head of a live shrimp, open it, and eat it right there. Well, I think that's maybe why I have a shrimp allergy. I would do that out of the bay. When I was growing up, I would catch shrimp in the bay, and right there, I would rip the head off, peel them, and eat them, like sushi. And I don't know if maybe that is how I developed.
Shrimp sushi isn't like prepared or cooked at all. I mean, they rinse it at least.
Nothing. It's all raw sushi.
No, it's flash frozen now.
Flash frozen.
It's the same shit.
I know, but does something happen when you like freeze it and then thaw it?
No,
I don't know.
Nothing. Anyway, Rick, I'm really interested to see how this episode goes, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Seems like a nice guy. Again, I still don't know why he wants to be on our podcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's always, but you know what's so interesting to me? I'm curious to see the feedback we get because sometimes people love the guests and sometimes they like are not into the guests. They just want us to do our thing. But I like having guests to like mix it up.
I like having guests when we stay on topic. We have not had a husband-wife guest in a long time. I want to get into, I love learning about people's relationships, how they function, right? That the ups and downs that they go through, how they met. I always find that so interesting.
It's just so hard to cram that into like 45 minutes though. That, you know what I mean? Like to really get into it in 45 minutes, that's hard.
Well, and again, we get so many messages from people that go, oh, you guys talking about your marriage and the struggles and the ins and the outs and the fights. They're
like the way you guys communicate. Meanwhile, I like want to pull
hey,
my
Gabe,
head. How do we communicate?
Contractor Gabe said that to us yesterday. We're literally fighting, and then Renae was like, "Oh, well, maybe you're right." After we fought for like in front of him for like 5 minutes, and then he goes, "Wow, that was good, guys." He's like, "So y'all actually communicated and talked?" He's like, "My wife would have just said fuck you and done what she wanted, and then that made me feel better." I'm like, "Oh, dude, thanks."
But then he goes, either that or someone's going to get in trouble after I leave the room.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you're busted, Steve. You're fucked." But I will say, and I meant to bring it up earlier, so I'm kind of going back. It was really cool that you sat down with your dad, and because your dad's in the remodel business, he showed you how to draw it out.
Yeah, we like mapped out the room because you and I had just been talking about it loosely, like how we were going to lay a sink's going to go here, a bathtub's going to go here and all of that. But like realistically, he and I busted out the measuring tape and I was walking around his house like a narrow closet door is this big, standing shower is this
But because
big.
of that, right, we were able to solve problems before we got to them.
Yeah, I mean, we hope.
Like putting in pocket doors instead of open doors. And, because of the space and having to figure out where things go. So it was really cool to be able to draw it up.
Like, we think we have room for a queen size bed, but legit, how much space does a queen size bed and 2 end tables take up? And we're talking about a limited amount of space. So like, once I put a queen size bed and 2 end tables, do I still have room for a couch on that wall? You know?
Well, so we are if you want to follow along, and I told Renae to be an oversharer on this project. So those of you that want to follow along and see how it comes, I know we're taking pictures as we go, right?
Yeah.
And then,
but it changed. I went and I picked out tile, and now, like I said, the neighbors are like, you can have our sink and our countertop. And I was just going to do like butcher block. So now, and I picked pattern tile, like my pattern.
Let's just do butcher block. It's not going to work out. Let's just do the butcher block. Move on. Our contractor Gabe wants the marble from them anyway. So let's just keep it. Let's just keep moving. It was an option.
Okay.
And that's another reason Renae and I fight, is because I look at things as, oh, this is cool. Come look at this, Renae. And then Renae thinks that I'm doing it.
No.
Like Renae will be like, I don't want to buy that house. And why are you looking at that house? And I'm like, let's just look at it. Nobody's buying it.
There are certain things that you, like the windows, you set your foot down. I was a little worried about these windows, and you were like, no, Renae, we found these windows in the attic. It saves us a lot of money. We are using these windows. We are not buying other windows.
Because we have a budget.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that we can buy higher quality stuff or nicer stuff if we use the stuff we already have.
Yeah.
So you really have to look at a project and go, honestly, where do I want to spend my money?
Right. Sure.
Right? Do I want to spend it on windows and chairs, and then I have to spend less on the restroom?
I don't want to spend it on windows, because when windows they let in light, and natural light is lovely. But other than that, like design wise, they don't add to it. I'm a little nervous that those windows are too big for the size of the house, but we'll see.
Hey, this ain't too big for the size of the person. See or no? So no, it's again, I like to look at a project and go, okay, I have a budget.
Yeah.
Where do I spend that budget? Where is it going to be more valuable? And those 2 windows are going to save us $2,000.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying let's save $2,000 and not spend the $2,000. I'm saying let's take that money and use it somewhere else to juice things up.
Yeah.
Part of the space, instead of doing sheetrock, they put planks on the walls. Well, Gabe comes up to me and goes, hey, do y'all want to do sheetrock? Yes, I want to spend the money that we were going to spend on windows to make it look nicer with walls.
Yeah.
Right. So you're able to spend.
And then we decided we wanted to feel Spanish style, so we're gonna put in fake like faux beams, wood look beams. So it's gonna be cool.
So follow Renae at I am Renae with an A.
Yes.
On her Instagram and her Facebook, because Renae, more than me, is going to be posting the beginning, middle, and end of this project. So we're hoping it'll be done in the next few weeks, is what we think. Mm-hmm. So we're excited about it. Give us a follow, and we'll keep you updated. But again, we missed you guys. Didn't you miss them?
Yeah.
We're happy to be back on the podcast. We're very, very excited. Also, RalWestern.com.
Oh yeah, and last week I held Road Manager Timmy made his cameo and brought in the Captain Evil hoodie, and people hit me up and said, where can you get it? It's on your website under the merch tab.
So it's now finally
Trevino.com.
On my website.
Yeah.
Very good. And then Lori, do you mind grabbing some of the Ralph shirts, just maybe a couple of them? Because we haven't shown them on the podcast.
Have we not really?
No.
I guess you just always wear them when you're on stage. They're beautiful shirts.
I love it when I wear them on stage and somebody goes, oh, that's a great shirt. Where did you get it? Well, as a matter of fact, it's my brand. But
we talked about them, no?
We have talked about them. We were, God, by the way, thank God for my partner, but it's hard.
What's hard?
To get everything up and running. It was hard to get the website the way we needed it and wanted it.
To start a business from scratch?
To start a business from scratch. It was hard,
Yeah.
So now, and also I didn't want to let people know about it because if we weren't ready. Well,
Yeah.
now the website's working. We're shipping out the shirts when we're supposed to. They're awesome. So, Lori, bring those over here. You can grab them, Renae, so that Lori doesn't have to.
Oh my goodness, she brought you so many. Ooh, look.
So that's what I like about this one right here. So this one is denim, but it is dry fit material, so it's super thin but still looks denim.
They have the vent on the back, but they have the pearl snap button.
Pearl snap. We'll go fast. Put that right here. Put that one right here. Put that one right here.
I can't. They're
Lay
all
it down.
stuck.
There you
They're
go.
all stuck. Okay, but just like really cool patterns and contrasting prints. This is one of the more simple. Garrett, actually, they make this one in kids. So Garrett wore the kids version of this one
In our family
photos.
pictures. Yes.
But they really have fun with.
Well, we
the
like to
prints.
get wild. We like to be the cool dad. That's
This
a very
one is
simple,
one of my
easy.
favorites
Yep.
too. But you can't. I don't know if you can see the detail. The piping on it is like navy pattern. They just really paid attention to the detail.
And well, don't just throw stuff. This is old school. You know, this is a shirt that I remember my dad wearing this pattern. So it's very throwback.
But it's like the contrast stitching, even the colors. Okay, and then these are like.
And you didn't bring the Guayabera?
These are your polo.
Yeah, so those are the Western polo. I don't think
I love
anybody's
these.
doing those.
Yeah, I love these, and we're not showing it. But if you live somewhere, you don't have one in this pile. But if you live somewhere where it's cold, there's also the long sleeve fleece jacket, which is really cool, and it comes in a pretty olive color and it comes in a black.
Comfortable material, and the idea behind it. But by the way, I wear these with shorts. I had them, with shorts on in Rockport.
Yes. Okay.
These are the Western style Tex-Mex Guayaberas.
It's a Guayabera, so it has the traditional Guayabera pocket on the bottom, a Western wear pocket on top. And then look, I should be on QVC. Like, listen to me sell this sucker. And it has the vent in the back. So it's hard to tell in the black. You can see like a little more of the detail on the lighter one, but it has the stitched pattern like a traditional.
And by the way, these shirts for dudes,
beautiful.
For dudes, I always say stylish and comfortable for him, stylish for her. She likes you to wear them.
I like them.
And they come right out of the wash
nice.
and dryer, wrinkle free.
Yeah, they do good in your suitcase.
So rawwestern.com. Please check us out. Please look at all our styles.
ROWEL.
Yes.
Rowell Western.
And you will be supporting the Trevino. So thank you so much. We love you guys. We'll see you next episode.